Everyone is requested to kindly put your phones on silent mode. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you all back to the second day of Justice R.C. Lahoti Memorial Moot Court Competition. Before moving forward, may we please have a huge round of applause for all the participants.
As we gather once more, let us reflect on the progress we have made, the insights we have gained, and the relationships we have forged. Our journey together continues, and today promises to offer even more opportunities for growth, learning, and collaboration. Let us culminate the day and valedictory session with the opening address of Dr. Sanjay Srivastava, who is the Vice Chancellor of Manav Rachna International Institute of Research and Studies. He is a PhD graduate from the University of Delhi. Under his leadership, Manav Rachna University emphasizes holistic education, aiming to shape students with integrity, perseverance, and passion for a bright future. The institution focuses on aligning its curriculum with the evolving needs of the business world, ensuring that students are prepared for challenges of tomorrow while upholding traditional values and a global perspective. We humbly request you, sir, to kindly address the gathering.
Very warm good evening to each one of you. Such a lovely weather outside. Thank you. Honorable Justice K.K. Lahoti ji, esteemed judges of the final, Shri Bhuvan Yadav ji, Sudhir Sharma ji, Maninder ji, our Dean of the school, Professor Dr. Kanupriya ji, all law school colleagues, teachers, participating teams from different part of the country. Shortly result will be declared, but while chatting with the honorable judges, they have informed me that it was a profound discussion and the way you all have presented your point of view was phenomenal. So put your hands together. Competitions like this are an effort from any education institution to hone and ensure professional skills in you. When you start jumping in the deep water, then you understand what life is all about, what this profession is all about. And yesterday I clearly remember when Justice U.U. Lalit, his lordship, was talking about Justice R.C. Lahoti ji. As a matter of fact, in year 2017, I had the privilege of starting law school as the founding vice chancellor of Manav Rachna University. And law as a profession is very, very dear to my heart because of several reasons, though I always headed management school in my life. So when I joined Manav Rachna, first thing I did that let me start the law school. And some of the best minds are working as a part of our advisory team, and they are guiding us, they are our guiding force, and they tell us what to do next. And sheer pleasure to have Justice R.C. Lahoti ji as our guide and mentor. Though physically he is not with us, but I personally believe that his guidance is omnipresent to each one of us. Justice U. Lalit Sahab yesterday talking to us, and he used my name, that Dr. Srivastava has said about our today's discussion would be on chapter 15. And he talked about chapter 15 and Purushottam Yoga, and then he gave number of reasons why Justice R.C. Lahoti ji is known and remembered as Purushottam. And when we were visiting the library, he said, what would be your verse for today's chapter 15? I said, sir, to me, leadership and people like Justice Lahoti, they are the ones who make invisible visible. What people could not see, they make it possible. And life of a person is just like the fragrance of a flower. Though flower may or may not be present in your hand, but you feel the fragrance forever in your life. And then I quoted verse 8 of chapter 15, which says, Shariram yat avapnoti yat chapi utkramanti ishvara grihitva eva etani sanyati vayugandhan ashyat. So the way this air carries the fragrance from one place to another, but the fragrance remains whosoever tasted, whosoever know what this fragrance is all about. Well, the way Lord has said in chapter 15, I may not have presented this essence in English, but nevertheless, moot court competition, as I said, make you a top-end professional. And the word professionalism is also comes from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, when Lord says in chapter 2 of Srimad Bhagavad Gita that those who are professional, they have a lasered sense of purpose, and in life they know where they have to go, otherwise it doesn't matter where you go. This is the English, and the chapter 2 of verse 41 Srimad Bhagavad Gita says, व्यवसायित्मिकः एकः बुद्धि कुरु नंदन. व्यवसाय जिसकी आत्मा है उसको बोलते हैं प्रोफेशन, से वर्ड है प्रोफेशनलिज्म. व्यवसायित्मिकः, व्यवसाय जिसकी आत्मा हो जाए. व्यवसायित्मिकः एकः बुद्धि कुरु नंदन बहुशाखा ही अनंत बुद्धि अव्यवसायी नाम. Those who are professional, they have a lasered sense of purpose. They are focused in life. Competitions like this, they teach you how to remain focused, how to remain within your own boundaries and deliver whatever is expected. I take this opportunity to convey our admiration to the team, faculty of law under the leadership of Dr. Kanupriya ji, and all the student volunteers who work day and night from past 4 weeks or so. I know so many faces and eyes. They may not have slept properly from past few weeks. It is a team effort, and the dream which we dream together becomes a reality. Once again, please accept our admiration, and to all of you, good luck. Stay healthy, happy and blessed. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir. We would like to play a video of the glimpses of Justice R.C. Lahoti Memorial Moot Court Competition. Thank you so much for this video. Now, let's take a look at behind the scenes of the competition, which was made by the students of law. Thank you so much for the video.
We would like to honor our dignitaries with tokens of gratitude.
We humbly request Professor Dr. Sanjay Srivastava, Vice Chancellor, Manav Rachna International Institute of Research and Studies, to present a token of respect to Honorable Justice K.K. Lahoti. Now we humbly request Professor Dr. Kanupriya, Dean School of Law, to present a token of respect to Advocate Maninder Singh. Now, we humbly request Professor Dr. Kaveri Sharma, Head of the Department School of Law, to kindly present a token of respect to Advocate Sudhir Sharma. We now kindly request Kaveri ma'am to also provide a token of respect to Advocate Bhuvan Yadav. Apologies, Advocate Dr. Bhuvan Yadav. Thank you so much, Saran ma'am. Advocate Sudhir Sharma specializes in dispute resolution, covering the entire spectrum of commercial matters, including joint ventures, oil and gas, contractual disputes, mining, consumer disputes, and competition. Sir has led arguments in various international and domestic arbitrations, including enforcement of foreign awards. Apart from arguing matters before the Honorable Supreme Court and various Honorable High Courts of the country, and in among other places, which includes Singapore and London, sir, we humbly request you to kindly provide your suggestions. Suggestions regarding the final rounds and in general regarding the moot courts.
What has been very exciting and for me is to see how much of interest this competition generated, the excitement and the interest with which all the participants went about their work. And I often say that if you really want to explore a subject, the best way to do it is by way of a discussion. So I did not take it as a moot court competition, so to say, but I took it as some kind of a brainstorming session, and whereby we explored the subject mutually, because some of the, to be very honest, some of the aspects of this topic were very new to us as well. So what we tried to do was, by way of discussion, by way of asking questions, and we tried to explore the subject. And I must say that actually all these young minds have really exceeded my expectation by leaps and bounds. The way they had prepared the cases, and what was very interesting to note was that the topic that they were actually addressing their arguments in was not the topic or the subject which was taught to them as yet. So because some of them were in third year or second year, and this Copyright Act was to be taught in the fourth year. So without having any background or any academic knowledge prior to this, approaching a subject so nicely and with so much of interest actually was stimulating for me also. Maybe I'll go back tomorrow and work even harder, having interacted with some young minds like this. So that is my level of happiness to be here. And also what I discovered was that the hard work which was put in, the level of preparation. And actually, if you ask me, that is what determines many a time your success or your interest in the matter, the level of preparation. So it was brilliant level of preparation, and I would urge all, as I said, that most of the time, if you really want to really discover the subject in a interesting and stimulating way, discussion is the best way to do it. That's why the cases are heard in the court of law. Otherwise, the papers can be presented to the honorable judges to deliver a judgment. But the judges also, by asking us questions, interacting with us, sometimes they explore the subject. The same way, maybe, all our young students who are aspiring to be lawyers, they should also inculcate this habit of discussing various cases, various propositions, and see how it takes their level of interest in the profession to higher level. And also that, as I said, that if you are prepared, well prepared in your matter, you can take on anybody. And this is what also, was amply in display today, that all these students, they were so well prepared that they were willing to answer, they were able to answer all the questions, and they were able to rebut all the arguments and all. So that's what, this is the level of preparation which is what gives you confidence. And also, another way to do it is that, as I often say, that if you really want to be successful in any field, please try to know as much as you can about that field. That is what will make it very interesting for you and make you successful. It sounds very grassroots and very simple. But I give you one example. That many a time people ask me, do you like the game of golf? And I say, no, not at all. Why I don't like game of golf is many a time I ask this question to myself. It's because that I don't know much about this game of golf. Why do I like game of cricket? Because about game of cricket I know everything. So if, I mean, everything that is there to be known. So if you really want to be successful, then take genuine interest in knowing as much as is there to know, and see where it takes your level of interest and success to a higher level. So these are my few advices, and this is also the result of, as I said, the stimulating and thought-provoking, interaction I had with the students. So with this, I really wish, and also I have to give kudos to the entire faculty of Manav Rachna University. They have done a brilliant job in putting it together for all of us. And as I said, there also, it is such a wonderful and befitting tribute to a legend like Justice R.C. Lahoti, who dedicated his life not only to the profession of law, but also to impart the good knowledge of law to whosoever he came in contact with. So it is such a befitting tribute to a great person like Justice R.C. Lahoti. And as dear Sanjay ji said, that he lives with us in his spirits, and we have to carry on the good work started by him. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for such enlightening words.
Advocate Maninder Singh, a distinguished legal luminary whose expertise resonates not only within the hallowed chambers of the Supreme Court, but also across the corridors of high courts. With an illustrious career spanning decades, Advocate Maninder Singh has exemplified unwavering dedication, unparalleled knowledge, and a steadfast commitment to upholding justice. We humbly request you, sir, to kindly provide your observations. Thank you.
It's always difficult to speak extempore because you're not prepared and I'm not carrying any slip. Because in courts, we go with preparation. We have brief notes from the brief holders. But here, I've been asked to give my observations. See, I'm a student of law. My father used to tell me, beta, law is lawyer's paradise. And I could never understand it then. He used to practice in Chandigarh with justices like some Britishers also were there and some great judges. And when I experienced that meaning now, law is lawyer's paradise, and I feel how right he was. Because it's the lawyer only who's captain of the ship. When he enters the court, please understand, the honorable judges are not as prepared as you are. And please involve them in your cases. When you stand there, you have to involve them. They should feel your case interesting. Make it interesting. The reason is they are doing 70 to 100 matters a day. And they are not going to be very happy with your smile. They're going to be happy if you captivate them, take their attention. And that attention can only be taken by two things. Make your arguments interesting, don't be repetitive, and don't make your case boring. My one suggestion to the teams today who participated today, they spoke excellently. I love the way they expressed their work. But there was a little bit of, my advice to my young friends, please don't read and argue. You have to see in the eyes of the judge. Your judge should understand you that it's not don't be disrespectful. Please look at him. When you are reading, you're not a politician ki aapko lecture padna hai. When you are reading, you're not concentrating. You're just reading what you've written. And also refer to, like at many points I would ask the contestant or the speaker, what are you referring to? When you say, come to page 16, number 3, and then you start speaking, please wait for the judge to open that page and tell him, sir, 4th line from the top. And please read with it. Because you're reading from your own note, that makes it easier for you because you're arguing in your own speed. But we were, trying to find out where you are. So that makes the judge absolutely disoriented and not focused in your case. Evolve him, take him with you. Your arguments were good. Tell them the page number, tell them the line, tell them the point. And one more thing, you guys spoke excellently. Your speed was too fast. You have to understand the honorable judges are dealing 60 to 70 cases a day. They want to understand your language. If I start speaking like this, okay, I would say, excuse me, hello, what do you want to say? Like in Three Idiots, Professor Saab said, tum kehna kya chahte ho? Because Amir Khan said, machine boy to bol raha tha, sir. Aapko samajh nahi aaya. वो समझ इसलिए नहीं आया क्योंकि वो बहुत तेज बोल गया. Speak slow. They're not in a hurry. You have a good case. Speak slow. Understand. And law is the one which is most relevant. The moment you start with your facts and you forget the law, you lost your case already. Understand one thing. You're writing a pleading. First read the law. Put that in your pleading. You want to argue something, first read the law. And when you don't have law in your favor, then go to the facts and please be very respectful, slow and very clear in your facts. With that, I'll just say I enjoyed being here. Thank you for calling me. Honorable Justice Lahoti, Dr. Sanjay, Dr. Kanu, my dear fellow friends, all people, lovely people sitting here. It was a pleasure being here. Thanks for calling me here. It was a lovely experience. Love you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Advocate Bhuvan Yadav is an experienced professional with proven skills in drafting and vetting agreements in oil and gas, construction power, pharmaceutical industries, skilled in gas sales, transmission, hedging, petrochemical marketing, licensing, exploration, production, operation, maintenance, confidentiality, and so many more. We humbly request you, sir, to kindly provide your remarks.
Before I start with regard to the moot court competition, first of all, I would like to thank Manav Rachna for having me here, giving me opportunity to relive my college days. Actually, I was a mooter till 2008 when I graduated from NLU Jodhpur. So, I would congratulate Manav Rachna for organizing such a brilliant moot court competition, which will help the students in honing their skills, research, as well as how to articulate while addressing it to the judges. These mock courtroom exercises are very helpful, which I have witnessed and practically seen also. So with the moot court competition, I would say that students were very well articulative and they were very logical when they were addressing queries raised by the judges. Simultaneously, they were having a good command over the facts simultaneously as well as law. So with this, I would say that more or less, I found them, above my expectation, and simultaneously, the only one part, like I think Maninder sir has already covered most of it. It's only the prayer part you have to be very particular, which, I would say that this is not me, which I'm sharing this experience from Professor N.L. Mitra, who has been my Vice Chancellor. He said it's the prayer part has to be very meticulously drafted. You have to see what exactly you are looking for, what relief you are asking from the judges. If you are not clear about it, then it is difficult. You may have, good command over the facts, over the law. That's a different matter. Ultimately, judge will ask what exactly you are looking for. So that is another part. Students should think about that they should not repeat the issues in the prayer. They have to have some prayer. Suppose the compensation, the injunctive relief, or what exactly they are looking for. So that is a short feedback from my side. And really it's a great event. And thank you for making part of it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your kind words. Before moving ahead, we would humbly request Professor Dr. Kanupriya, Dean School of Law, to provide a token of respect to Advocate Dr. Pavan Dugal. Can we have a round of applause? A bigger round of applause, please.
Dr. Pavan Dugal is an advocate in the Supreme Court of India and has made significant contributions to cyber law and e-commerce laws. Sir is the founder and chairman of the International Commission of Cybersecurity Law and the president of cyberlaws.net. Sir is recognized as one of the top 4 cyber lawyers globally and one of the top 10 by World Domain Day. He is the president of Cyber Law Asia and a member of the World Intellectual Property Organization. Sir has delivered lectures at over 2,000 conferences and seminars. We humbly request you, sir, to kindly provide your valuable insights.
Distinguished personalities, Mrs. Lahoti, my co-judges, the faculty, friends, ladies and gentlemen. 48 hours back, something has happened in the US which just shook the world. Elon Musk has actually filed a lawsuit against Sam Altman. Why? Because he says that this entire open AI operations are contrary to its original founding vision. So the last few months have been a very fantastic breeding ground for new litigation emerging. Right now it's only the US. Come by the end of this year, we'll see this tsunami of AI litigation coming to India. Right now it's only limited to whether AI is violating intellectual property rights. Very quickly it's going to come back to other bigger issues. Like, can we actually go ahead and recognize AI as a legal entity? Can I actually make AI as a co-inventor? Or can I give copyright to AI? Or more significantly, can I breach into AI? Whether we like it or not, these are emerging things that are coming across. So about 3 months back, I wrote something. This is a book called Superintelligence and Law. Why? Because I wrote this because in July 2023, OpenAI, which is the company behind ChatGPT, has launched a new project. The project is called Superintelligence Alignment Project, which is saying that give us 4 years, and in 4 years we are now going to come up with an artificial intelligence that will be superseding human intelligence. So we already have a time bomb kicking. 4 years, and this AI supersedes all of us together. If that's going to happen, what can be the legal guardrails? That's what I've argued in that particular book. But I think AI is now beginning to go ahead and amaze everyone. And I was particularly very impressed today because this particular proposition had so many nuances and gray zones. But before I go forward, how many of you use ChatGPT for preparation today? Well, there's no hands, but I can easily say that a large number of people, I could see a lot of these ChatGPT outputs in some of the language that was being used. But having said that, you need to be happy because in India we still don't have tools which can help identify the output of AI, but very quickly they are coming in. And therefore, mooting is also going to become a bigger problem. When I'm actually now preparing my arguments for the moot, it's so easy to go back to ChatGPT and say, give me my arguments, and they prepare the arguments. But here, what comes in as your, shall I say, guarding spectacles, because the law is expecting you to apply your mind, not just blindly go ahead. Let's remember these 2 lawyers from the US who were asked to file the written arguments, and they chose, because they didn't have time, to rely upon ChatGPT and got their arguments written by ChatGPT and filed them without any due diligence. And then the court found that for these written arguments had 7 US judgments. None of them were true. They were all fake. The parties were fake, the judgments were fake, everything was fake. So they were fined $5,000. Now, don't expect that you may also not be exposed. So as legal professionals, you will have to realize we will have to handle this new tool with care. So there's a very big law firm in the world who has now said that for my 1,800 lawyers across the world, I am making it mandatory for them to use ChatGPT or GPT-4 as also Microsoft Copilot. Why? Because they say, look, we want to inculcate now a new culture where you will have these tools. How go ahead and you go ahead and use the output of these tools is something that will have to be trained into. So in that context, I believe this year is going to be most disruptive as far as the growth of artificial intelligence legal jurisprudence is concerned. Some countries have already come ahead. China has come up with a new law on generative AI on 15th of August 2023. Come to, December 2023, and we have the European Union passing its AI Act. Now, you think that's happening outside. Yes, think again. But almost all of that is crystallizing and having an impact on how things will happen in India. Why? Come after elections, and you will see the government of India coming up with a new Digital India Act, which is going to have a chapter on artificial intelligence. You want to see some disruptive tandav of deepfake? Wait for elections 2024, because you're going to see some massive use, misuse or abuse of deepfake for the purposes of election processes. So how do we deal with this? And how do we regulate? And more significantly, you are lawyers. Please remember there's very quickly a time coming in where there'll be a deepfake of yours and mine. Everybody. Don't think you have to be a celebrity to have a deepfake. Why? Because generating deepfake is only a free tool, 2-step away process. So in a scenario like this, I think legal professionals have to have a new mindset. हाँ, हम लोग कहते हैं जुगाड़ कर लेते हैं, और इंडियन लीगल इकोसिस्टम में as वकालत में जुगाड़ important होता है. But up with these new technologies, the important issue is how do we do that mental jugaad to make sure that these technologies don't show us in an inferior light, but more significantly, how do we use these technologies for the purposes of going ahead and trying to harness their constructive utilizations. I've been to many moot court competitions, but the problem today had huge number of problems. Not just problems, the shades of potential interpretation. And the good thing is that the law is developing as we are developing. When we were talking to our students, they said, look, we have not studied copyright, and they were arguing copyright. They have not studied AI because AI is not yet a part of the legal curriculum, but they were talking about generative AI and aspects pertaining thereto. I think it's things like these which give you a massive practical orientation, and that's what you all require. So don't think you'll be able to demolish your opponent's arguments thanks to ChatGPT or GPT-4. It could only be a aiding tool. Why they say ChatGPT or GPT-4 lacks one thing which it'll never have, which will be human experience. And I think this human experience is what we will have to focus on when we go ahead on these moots. Your opposing team will also have the same access to same tools. And the chances of them using the same output in a very blind manner is going to be high. So how do you distinguish yourself as a legal professional, as a legal mind? That's what is in a nutshell the learnings that have to come from moot court competitions like this. I think this was one of the most hands-on moot court competitions that I saw. It was a pleasure and honor to be judging it, and more so when it's connected with the name, memory, and the unique contribution of Justice R.C. Lahoti. I believe these new technologies are telling you the mooting as a paradigm is now changing and will completely change. You see in 2024 itself, mooting will change completely and dramatically, and therefore you will now have to be more aware of how you have to do it. My congratulations to the university, to the law school, that's Professor Kanupriya, to the Vice Chancellor Sahab, and to everyone else. Now, there might be some emotional moments when the results are going to come in. But I can tell you one thing, each one of you will go back far more well-oriented, well-exposed kind of a mind. Because what you actually learned in this moot court, your law school didn't teach you. What you learned in the last 3 days is going to be with you for the next 30 years. Because that's the foundation that these kind of institutions and these kinds of events are going to make up. My congratulations to everyone. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Honorable Justice K.K. Lahoti is a renowned legal figure known for his significant contributions to the Indian judiciary and has been an acting Chief Justice of the Madhya Pradesh High Court. Sir has played a pivotal role in shaping the legal landscape of the nation. His judgments and legal insights have left a lasting impact on various facets of law, earning him widespread respect and admiration. Now, we humbly request you, sir, to enlighten us with words of wisdom.
The students who have attended this moot court competition deserves a congratulation from me. And before I start, I have addressed you because of you, this moot court competition was organized. Shri Maninder Singh ji, Senior Advocate, Dr. Pawan Duggal ji, Advocate Supreme Court, Shri Sudhir Sharma ji, Senior Partner, C&S Partners, Dr. Bhuvan Yadav, Senior Law Officer, GAIL, Shri Sanjay Srivastav ji, Vice Chancellor, Manav Rachna University, Professor Dr. Kanupriya ji, Dean, Madam Kaveri, HOD, Law, other officers of the Manav Rachna and participants of this moot court. Firstly, I will express my sentiments to you that I am very jealous to you. Why? You are in an era which is far fast in comparison to us. When I was a student, only classes were there, no moot court, no such artificial intelligence was there, no such type of deliberations were there. After completion of education, we stepped into the court and started actual court working. So you are fortunate that you are getting a better atmosphere in comparison to us. You are getting latest technology which was not available to us. And for this, I am jealous to you. After listening today's judges, I think maybe I have thought some more, but looking to the subject of today, the artificial intelligence and copyright. Maybe you have prepared this code competition with the help of artificial intelligence here, but in my opinion, this artificial intelligence moot court was prepared by intelligent persons who have deliberated in the moot court. And for this, I congratulate you all for this effort, which in my opinion was extremely very good. And all the judges to whom I was discussing just few minutes back were highly impressed with you. And definitely, I missed this opportunity to listen to you as I was given us other time when the final round was over. So I'm jealous, and I hope that you will appreciate my jealousness in this perspective. The students who are studying here, are the students of Manav Rachna, an eminent and very progressive institute of this area. And after, when you will leave this institution, you will be a very, very good advocate after getting training in this institution. The Moot Court competition is not new to our culture. More than 100 years back, when our system was of Gurukul and the teachers who were teaching the students with eminence. The same system, like Moot Court, was prevailing and was called as Shastrarth. The same system, but in a different manner. And Shastrarth was on a subject which was based on our culture, Vedas, and at the prevailing circumstances. You may have heard famous Shastrarth between Manav Mandal and Adi Shankaracharya. It is a very, very famous Shastra which continued for 42 days. And you may have read that who was the judge of this Shastra between Manav Mandal and Adi Shankaracharya. The judge was the wife of Manav Mandal. And it was proposed by Adi Shankaracharya that she will be the judge. The wife of opponent will make the judge, who was also a scholar, equivalent to Manav Mandal in reading and knowing the Shastras. And ultimately result was that wife of opponent declared Shankaracharya as winner on what ground? On 42 days the matter continued. That we can say that Moot Court continues for 42 days. In last 5 days, the judge was to leave for personal reasons. What she had chosen? She has given 2 garlands to both of the competitors and asked them to continue with the deliberations. When she returned back, and after return back, she seen both the competitors and declared Adi Shankaracharya as winner. The reason was asked that you were not here for 5 days. How you have selected Adi Shankaracharya as winner while the deliberations are still going on? She said that the garland in the neck of Adi Shankaracharya is as fresh as was put, while the garland in the neck of Manav Mandal was practically not fresh and it was practically burnt. The reason was asked that Manav Mandal became angry while arguing the matter, and because of his anger, the flowers get burnt. And a person who is arguing the matter should be keep his temperament in control. This is the past era, but it is fully applicable to you also. While arguing a case before a court, you have to be very cool, very submissive. You have to maintain your temperament always. If you are anger, you are reacting to the judge or to opponent, you are losing your point. So always be cool, maintain your temperament. It is applicable not in the court, but in your family also, in your friends also. If you are cool and maintaining your temperament, you will be liked by every person. So this is the story which gives us a lot of messages. If you find some time, read the deliberations between Manav Mandal and Adi Shankaracharya. You will find lot of books are there, lot of commentaries are there, and what level of the arguments were deliberated between Manav Mandal and Adi Shankaracharya. You will be amazed to read those at that time, which was end of 8th century. Today, I would also like to remember my revered brother, in whose memory this Moot competition has been organized by Manav Rachna. We both brothers born at Guna, very small place in Madhya Pradesh. My education was in government school. His education was also in the government school. Up to higher secondary, we studied in government school, and after studying up to higher secondary, he went to Mumbai for his BCom courses, and thereafter did his LLB from Indore, from Vikram University, and with his hard working, he stood first class first, earned gold medal from Vikram University in the year 1961. Immediately after returning from education, he started his practice at Guna, which is a district court. But what was his working? Everybody, every advocate gets an opportunity in the life, and the person who rises work the same work, but in a different manner. This was the quality with him. His rising time was 4 o'clock in the morning, always. He was throughoutly early riser. 4 o'clock was the time when he was going to office, was studying in the office up to 6 o'clock, thereafter returning to home, and after taking breakfast etc., he was again going to his office up to 10 o'clock, and thereafter he was going to the court. His principle was that if a client is coming to you, he is coming with a problem. If he is coming with a problem, then you have to hear him sympathetically, discuss the matter with him thoroughly, see the documents in favor of the plaintiff or in favor of your client, and then decide what you have to do. Don't shut him in expressing his case, because he is the person who is having problem, and you have to understand the problem. And even if other side is coming to you with a defense, you may be knowing the defense because plaintiff is before you and the defendant is before you. Defendant is having his own case. Maybe plaintiff having a very strong case, but the defendant is having his own case. You understand that problem, and thereafter you plead his case. So you have to be very vigilant in dealing the matters with the client, and if you are able to understand the problem, you will be able to pursue his case before the court. So far, just senior advocate Maninder Singh ji have said that you have to be very cautious in placing law before the court. In the Supreme Court and High Court, this is fit advice. But so far as trial court is concerned, you have to prepare the case on facts. And all the facts are to be gathered from the client. He will narrate entire facts because he is master of facts. He knows every fact, and you have to gather facts from him. And thereafter, by applying your legal knowledge, you have to plead his case before the court. So when you are going in a field after completing your this LLB course, please keep in mind that you have to be very sympathetic to your client and has to understand your case from the client. I will also like to inform you that Justice R.C. Lahoti has given 3 lectures on a very important points. Those have been published also, and you will find also on the internet. But try to read those 3 lectures which are available on internet, or if you require, you will get the in a printed form in booklet. One is Canons of Judicial Ethics. Another is Oath of a Judge. Third is Preamble of the Constitution, which he has interpreted in a very different matter. And while reading the preamble, after reading this book, you will find that preamble has been interpreted by him in a very interesting and very effective manner. Other speeches are also available on the net and on the website also. Try to read these 3 books, and you will find how intelligent he was, how he had studied, and when he has delivered his lecture, how much labor he had done before delivering the lecture. I am thankful to Manav Rachna, all the office bearers of Manav Rachna, and all of you who had given me this opportunity to express myself. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Double thanks, I would say. We humbly request the dignitaries to come on stage for certificate distribution. All the dignitaries. These are only participant certificates. The results will be declared in a while. Team code 2402. Team code 2402. Moving on. Team code 2403. Team code 2403. Kindly we have a huge round of applause for them. DGIM University, code 2403. You 2403? Apologies. Can we have team code 2404? Team code 2404. Amity University, Noida. The next is team code 2405. Team code 2405. Trinity Institute of Professional Studies, New Delhi. The next is team code 24006. Team code 2406. The next is team code 2407. Team code 2407. Moving on. Team code 2408. Team code 2408. 2408, Lingeas Vidyapeeth. Next, team code 2409. Team code 2409, FIMT. Team code 2410. Team code 2410. Moving on, team code 2411. Team code 2411, School of Law, Bennett University. Next, team code 2412. Team code 2412. Team code 2414. 2412, sorry, apologies. Maharaja Surajmal Institute, yes. Team code 2414. Team code 2415. Team code 2415. Team code 2417. Team code 2417, Maharaja Surajmal Institute. May I kindly request the dignitaries to stay on the stage for the final results, and we humbly request the conveners of the Moot Court Committee, Ms. Chitali Badwa and Mr. Bhatendu Agarwal, to announce the results.
So the time is here for announcing the final results, and we won't take long. We'll just come directly to the point. The team which has won Best Memo Appellant is team code 2409, which is FIMT. Please come to the stage. We have a small trophy for congratulations on a well-drafted appellant memo. Next up, we have the award for Best Memo Respondent, which goes to team code 2411, which is School of Law, Bennett University.
Our esteemed judges had pointed out certain criteria which a mooter must have, and one such participant managed to have the edge above the others. That is Ms. Rakshita Singh from team code 2405, who has won the award for Best Speaker. Ms. Rakshita is from Trinity Institute of Professional Studies and was also the finalist in the rounds. Now the results for which perhaps we have waited for several weeks now, all the participants have put in all their hard work. The runners-up for the Justice R.C. Lahoti Memorial Moot Court competition is team code 2411, that is the Bennett University School of Law. Congratulations, participants. It was indeed a very, very close competition with only a margin of 5 points. We have the winners, Trinity Institute of Professional Studies, for the Justice R.C. Lahoti Memorial Moot Court competition. Congratulations, participants. Thank you, dignitaries. May I request the head of department, Dr. Kaveri, to please share the vote of thanks.
Before we proceed to, I hand over the stage to Dr. Kaveri, just wanted to share one, because I have heard across all over that the proposition today was very articulately drafted as well as very innately drafted to give an overlap of artificial intelligence and IPR laws, copyright. So I would like to reveal here that and give appreciation to the drafter of the moot problem, that was Professor Krishna Dev Singh from Jindal Global Law School. He is currently an associate professor there. He is a master's from National University of Singapore, especially in IPR laws. He has done multiple certificate courses on AI and law, and he's pursuing his PhD also in the same area. So just wanted to give a deep and profound thanks to Professor Krishna Dev Singh. He was not able to make it today because he had to go home for an emergency, but he is also from MP, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Definitely, sir.
Thank you is such a prayer that cannot be seen or touched. It must be felt by heart. A very good evening to one and all. I feel honored and privileged to propose this vote of thanks on behalf of our institution and our organizing team to the venerable chief guest of the valedictory session of the Justice R.C. Lahoti Moot Court competition, Honorable Mr. Justice K.K. Lahoti, sir, for his benign presence and sharing his words of wisdom. Sir, in few lines you shared and compared the life at law schools 4-5 decades back and the current ones. The students must feel blessed that they are getting opportunity to enhance their skills. Indeed, anger management, sympathy, politeness, submissive nature are some of the key features to be a successful lawyer. I'm so sorry. To be a successful lawyer and indeed a good human being. Sir, in short time, if time is money, then today you have spent millions for us. We are highly obliged, sir. I would like to thank Krishna Dev Singh Chauhan, sir, Associate Professor, Jindal Global Law School, for drafting the moot problem for this moot court competition. My deepest gratitudes to the judges of the final rounds, Mr. Maninder Singh, Senior Advocate, Dr. Pavan Dugal, Advocate, Supreme Court, Mr. Sudhir Sharma, sir, Senior Partner, C&S Partners, and Mr. Bhuvan Yadav, Senior Manager, Law, Gas Authority of India Limited, for judging, sharing their observations with the teams, and motivating them with their personal experiences. I would like to extend our heartfelt thanks to Dr. Sanjay Srivastav, sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, MRIRS, for taking out time from his busy schedule and becoming a part of the closing ceremony. Sir, thank you so much for your valuable insights. I would like to thank all the honorable judges of the preliminary and semi-final rounds who graced the moot court competition with their presence. A big thanks to all the participating teams who I believe had a great experience in this voyage of learning and whose participation in this two-day event made it truly special. No event can be a success without proper guidance, and we at Manav Rachna University are fortunate to have the finest dignitaries at various designations. So a special thanks to our Chancellor, Dr. Prashant Bhalla, sir, Vice President, Dr. Amit Bhalla, sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, Professor I.K. Bhatt, Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Sangeeta Banga, ma'am, Registrar, Dr. Kameshwar Singh, sir, and Dean Academics, Dr. Shruti Vashisht, ma'am. A special word of appreciation goes out to my dedicated team who worked tirelessly behind the scenes and whose hard work, dedication, and attention to detail ensured the smooth execution of this event. So starting from our conveners, the registration team, the inaugural and valedictory team, the moot court committee, memorial committee, logistics, photography team, write-up committee, discipline committee, media committee, certificate writing committee, and last but not the least, the hospitality team. You deserve a huge round of applause. Next are my dear students, the student convener for the moot court competition, Bhavya, and the co-convener, Vanita. Student who volunteers for this event and were a part of various teams, I owe you a treat, definitely. After your midterms, we will have that. I feel very proud to have these young army of students who are the backbone of our department. Thanks to each one of you. I request you to please give a huge round of applause for yourself. I would also like to acknowledge our sponsors and partners for their generous support. Last but not the least, my sincere thanks to Mr. Sandeep Bali and Harish sir, the Media Shala team, the IT team, the housekeeping staff, guards, and to each one who was associated with us for this event. You all have played a very special role in making this event a huge success. Thank you once again, everyone.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We now humbly request everyone to kindly rise up for the national anthem.